So before we can use Minecraft Education Edition, what we need to do is make sure that our school is signed up to Office 365 for education. It's best to do this with your technology department at school. Don't try and do this as an individual because it will require that the school authenticates itself to Microsoft. So it's not something that you want to go and do and tie up your school as an individual. Whereas it can then take time to undo that if the technology IT department does want to go and do that process for the whole school. So speak to them about that before you try and do it. I can never remember where to go and find the website, so I have to search for it every time. And it's not this one where I want to go and download Office 365 for students. That's not what I want. What I want is Office 365 for education. So I want to get to the main Office 365 in education page. Now, this page is slightly confusing because here it says enter your school email address. And so what people think that they need to do is to go and enter any school email address. That only works if your school is already signed up for the Office 365 licensing and you are entitled, you have a school Office 365 address and you are entitled to then go and download Office as part of your school subscription. If you haven't got an Office 365 account which will work for your school, then you don't want to do that step. To set up the whole Office 365 tenant, you want to click on this link here that says IT Pros, sign up your entire school. So if I click on that one, I get to this page and I get some explanation here. So Office 365 for education is 100% free. Free for students, free for faculty, free for staff. And what you get with the free license is you get the online versions of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, and Outlook. And you get all of these programs which are also online. So you get Exchange, you get OneDrive, you get SharePoint, Skype for Business, Microsoft Teams, Sway, Forms, Streamflow, and Power Apps. And then you can go and look at all the rest of that. If you go and you purchase for $6 per user per month for students or $8 per user per month for faculty and staff, you can then also get the full Office applications, which you can then go and download. So that will be the latest version. At the moment, it's Office 2016, which you can then download onto your computer and use the full versions of all of those applications, as well as the online versions where they exist, just like you can with the free version. And then all of the other online applications as well. With this version, you can download Office onto 5 PCs or Macs per user and onto 5 tablets and 5 phones per user. So every single student could have a copy of Office on a school computer, on a home computer, on a phone, on a tablet, on many different devices for that one price of $6 a month, which is not really very much. But you don't really need to make that decision just yet. What we're trying to do now is open the account for the school so that we can then get the logins and decide what licenses we then apply to what students. So you can say get started for free. Okay, so the first thing to do is to say what country you're in. Incidentally, the pricing will change, obviously. If you're in South Africa, it will be in rand. So you're going to go and put in there your details. And then you're going to be asked to go and create a user ID. So you can see the .onmicrosoft.com is there by default. You can't change that. You're just going to go and put in here the name of your school in front of that. This is just a temporary login, so you don't have to have this forever. If you go and register a domain for your school, then you can use that domain to later on in the process and change over to that domain name. If you don't have access to your school's domain or you haven't yet created that domain, we can still go and do this process and just leave that step for later. And in the meantime, just have a temporary login there. Okay, and then we want to go and create a password that meets all the many rules. I think that's going to work. And say create my account. Oh, seems like I've already used that one before. Oh. Okay, prove I'm not a robot. So it wants to send me a message on my phone. To do is just get the message that comes to my phone and put in the code there. Okay, you need to get a message from your phone and put in whatever code comes to your phone. And then it'll create your account. Now this account will last for 30 days. While your account is active, you'll be able to log in, demo that account, learn how to add users, learn how to do various things. In fact, this will become your live account once you have completed this action. So here is the information that you'll need for later. So you write that down. So your sign-in page is always at portal.office.com, and I'm ready to go. And it's now going to go and sign me in.